As you come in, guys, go ahead and share the program. Let's have this conversation right now. It's important that we have this conversation live. I've thought of many other ways to bring this conversation towards the platforms, multiple platforms, and I'm sharing it right now. But I think that this is the most appropriate one to engage our viewers live in this very important conversation. I think it's important that we have this conversation right now, guys. Okay. This is a long special, not gonna take any particular format. But I want you guys to go ahead and share because I have some important things to talk about as it relates to this particular story and others. So as you're coming, guys, share. I'm doing it right now as well. Jay, thank you for sharing. Let me go ahead and share the program as well because this is not a scheduled live. So bringing some people on this. Jocelyn, thank you so much. Jocelyn, go ahead and share this for me, please. I'm only going to be about half an hour of your time, guys. I am very, 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 very upset right now. I'm very upset right now. I'm livid right now. And whenever I get like that, I just start to sneeze and all kind of thing. I have a crazy reaction, so I don't like to get upset. Monday. Was it Monday? Today is Friday, so it was Wednesday. Wednesday. We got a call, right? Right along got a call at about 11 a.m. from someone who gave us some lead into an incest case. I look distracted because I'm opening the phone lines because I want you guys to call in later. A possible case of incest. This person provided a lot of information to us relating to this man here, who we first published on the ride, and we blur his face because although we wanted the information to go out there, we did not complete our investigation, and we were still looking at other things before we put it out there. You know, other people that might be involved, and not particularly naming anyone at this point in time because of we was concerned for others who are involved in this case, especially the minor. So we took whatever precaution that we could have taken at this time to protect the identity and conceal the identity of the victim, because although it would have gotten out anyway, I understand how the people of Grenada is. They like to blame the victim. People always like to point fingers at the victim. So because of that, a lot of people, I know how they would have taken it. They would have point fingers at her and try to identify who she is and, you know, victimize her once again. So we spoke to people within the immediate circle of that person to make sure that she had a foundation around her before we did anything, and we did. Anyway, we posted this. The amount of freaking repercussion that we got from some of even you guys, our viewers, for identifying and basically saving a child. I personally got so many messages from people who call me inconsiderate, cussing me out of my name because we put out a story that the public should be aware of. People curse me, they put up status about us, and if you go to the post, you'll see some of the things that they said, because we got a story, we investigated the story thoroughly through child protection, to the police, and we posted the story to save the child. Right? Another media outfit yesterday posted and identified the person. Even before we identified the person, we had no choice at the point in time to reveal all the data and information that we had, because we know that the victim was already insulated and had a circle and had a support system around her. So we find it was fine time to publish the information that we had, because other media outfits started to post it. Today, guys, after years of people within the immediate circle of this individual, police and others who knew about this case, only today he was arrested, officially charged. Only today. Let me read the post that was just published by the RGPF, if I could find it. Lawerance Bell, a 54-year-old pharmacist, inspector of Malmont St. David's, was arrested and charged by officers assigned to the Special Victims Unit on one count of incest. Bell is presently in police custody, and additional charges are anticipated to be preferred against him. Police investigation is ongoing. Police investigation is ongoing at this point in time. Let me tell you why I'm freaking upset about this here, right? Why does it always have to take a viral video for law enforcement and others to try to wipe the shame out of the eye and act after some kind of viral post is up there? You're telling me all this time police never knew about this man having inappropriate relationship with his own daughter? You tell me nobody else knew about this thing before we posted this thing? This is a goddamn shame, man. You're telling me that the RGPF couldn't make a move on the man years ago before we posted and highlighted this? Why does it always come to this? Why does it always have to be highlighted by in recent, the past 4 or 5 stories? Right after the story dropped, minutes after, you see law enforcement moving in on the story. Why does it always have to take so long before they act? That is the first thing that pissing me off. The second thing that pissing me off, guys, is some of all you who are already mentally deranged for your own damn self. Right? Mentally deranged. All you don't understand that these pedophiles are master manipulators. They manipulate the victim. They even manipulate some of all you to make all you think that no, they're untouchable. These men are not stupid people, you know. They are smart. They are some of the smartest people in the industry, smartest people in the country. They know, for one, people aren't gonna put on their face out there because they have to protect the victim. So they feel shielded. They feel shielded. Their insulation from any kind of media coverage, because everyone would say no, they're not gonna do it, because why would they do it? Because they're gonna identify the victim. And they do it, they manipulate the victim, they try to manipulate the media, and some of all you get manipulated as well. Because the kind of harassment that I got, like if I harass somebody, the kind of harassment that we got at Ride Along for posting and alerting the general public of this man who is arrested and charged yesterday and officially charged today, the kind of the kind of things, words that we got, me personally, is like my team went out there and harassed and assaulted somebody. Right? These people are master manipulators. This man is in a high position. He manipulates everybody down the road. Everybody. Everybody. But let me tell you something. Let me tell all you something. Some of his cronies and some of his supporters who even take the bait and start throwing threats at us, it's not gonna work. All right? We're not gonna apologize, right, for putting up pedophiles out there to save our own community. The same community that your sister is in, probably your brother is in, your nieces and nephew lived in. That's the community that we're looking to protect. These are the people that we are looking to protect. So by posting him out there, not to identify the individual, not to victimize the victim, but to protect the community and let people know what is happening. Right, let me open up the phone lines here because I know that people you guys are saying things and I'm not reading. I can't read all the posts. So I want you guys to call in. It'll be better if you guys call in. Let me put a number up there if you guys want to call. Why did it take, if all you could please help me to understand this, please help me. Why did it take a viral post before the RGPF moved in on this man? Why did it take a viral post for the RGPF to move in on the case 2 weeks ago when a man in the village sexually molested a 6-year-old child? 6-year-old. They knew about it for 7-8 months. Nobody made a move on it until the woman put out the video. And then everybody, next day she get a court date. The day after that, they moving on the guy, move him out of the community. Why did it take so long? Why does it take social media to tell the police officers what the hell that they have to do? That is your damn job. That is their job. That is your job, you guys in St. David's police station or whoever is. All you know what's going on. All you're very aware of what's going on. The second thing I'm pissed off about, the third thing I'm pissed off about, what happened to his employers? The people who he worked for. The man is a freaking, what? He's one of the big higher ups, right? He's employed. The people who employ him know about what's happening. Why they never deal with that situation? Why they never deal with that situation before you have to get to the media? Why didn't they deal with it? Fire him, deal with it, counsel the man, whatever they had to do. Why does it have to get to this, guys, before people do their blasted job, Jed? Why does it have to come to this point until or before people do their job? You know how much people that man probably molested from the time then till now? Allegedly. You know how much people, if they had made a move on him before, how much children they potentially could have saved from this man? But they allow him to reign free. They allow him to do whatever he had to do. They was hoping that nobody found out about it. He manipulated everybody. Everybody in this case here. Everybody. And I'm not proud, and I'm not going to give the RGPF a high five for doing something that is supposed to do from since. They're supposed to do this thing long time. They're supposed to do this thing long time. God damn it, we all the way in America. We all the way in another part of the world. All you walking, all you seeing what happening every day. All you walking by the man house, all you seeing what happening. Why could nobody do something? Why the media's in locally in Grenada couldn't investigate this thing? We had to get a call all the way out here. Spend the whole day, people. The whole day. Me and my whole team took everything that we had to do, we put aside to investigate it. Why couldn't somebody do that? And on top of it now, you guys want to come at us because we are not a goddamn snake in the community. This man nothing would have happened to this man. Nothing would have come of this case if it wasn't in the media. This thing would have been pushed under the rug as it has been pushed under the rug. Let me take this call here. I'm pissed off. Caller, you live.
Yeah, yeah, Junior. Good afternoon.
Go ahead, caller. Yes, I'm hearing you.
This is outrageous. This is so shocking. And this is so disgusting at the same time. To know that we have persons who should serve and to protect. I mean, children are our first priorities. Women, elderly. What's going on? I mean, what is going on? It is shocking. It is very shocking, and I'm happy that at least there is some groundbreaking in these criminal or elements in our society among them. Among the society, expose them, name them, and shame them, and bring them out. And the program when you aired it recently with that 14-year-old that was sexually molested by her stepfather and so on. I saw the Minister of Social Development making an announcement. She was making some sort of address, and I want to applaud you and the Ride Along family for really getting into a lot of these different, things that are happening in Grenada. Because if it wasn't you, I guess a lot of these things would have been swept under the carpet. Nobody would know what's going on. So I want to thank you very much. I want to ask you to continue fighting that fight. This is what you call an activist working for the people to help address this situation when it comes to sexual harassment or when it comes to sexual abuse in Grenada by some of these rogue elements. And the police have a work to do. Let them get out to work. We're not going to ease them up. They're not going to get a free pass. They have to do their work. They're there to do it, and that's what has to happen. The laws have to be enforced, and let's see. Since your program started, I've been seeing a lot of that, and I want to congratulate you. You need more than accolades for that. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. We appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Right.
Guys, we're doing this program here specifically to update people on this particular story that we broke 2 days ago. I'm very disappointed. I'm happy of the outcome, but disappointed that it always have to come to this. I'll read the PR again that was just released by the RGPF, and it states, Lawerance Bell, a 54-year-old pharmacist inspector at Malmont, St. David, was arrested and charged by officers assigned to the Special Victims Unit on one count of incest. Bell is presently in police custody, and additional charges would be preferred against him. Police investigation is ongoing. Police investigation is ongoing at this point in time. Let me jump to WhatsApp. WhatsApp, go right ahead.
Yeah, Junior is still live? Alive?
Yeah, I'm still live. Go right ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, that brings to the forefront a lot of things, A gentleman years now was trying to do a sexual registry in Grenada. And people in higher places keep putting roadblocks in his way, a younger guy. Because, a lot of prominent people, including politicians, police officers, ministers of government, some of them involved in these things. You understand? So this thing coming to the light now, everybody trying to push it under the carpet because they're afraid they're going to be exposed. So yeah, sometimes it have to happen. So I mean the RGPF play in the backside. I mean, naturally. You know what I mean? I mean, that thing should have been dealt with a long time ago. And you're right. They know exactly what is going on. They are aware what is going on. And some of the same man friends is worse than him because they are pulling exactly what he's doing. You understand? Nobody wanted to vex with them because he's a man in high position and he have money. But all of them will be exposed, Junior. Have a good night.
Thank you so much, caller. We appreciate you. We got another caller. Caller on the phone line. Turn on your background so we can hear you properly. Go right ahead. Turn on your background, though. Caller, go right ahead. Caller, go right ahead.
Good evening, good night, Junior. How are you doing? Mr. Junior?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the real world. In a Grenada situation, with a lot of Grenadians, you have to expose them publicly to get anything done. Be it companies, be it clubs, be it clubs and institutions. the only way to get action. You know, so for example, when people within our organization called Great and they're not providing financial.
Hold on, caller. Your phone line breaking up a bit.
When you have people molesting children, you have to put it out there. You have to make it action to be taken.
Yes.
Welcome to the real world.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. 718-701-5720, guys. I want, you know, this is a question that we're gonna ask. I continue to ask this question. I don't care if the RGPF want to come on and talk about it on here, but they will be asked this question: why or what took them so long to make a move on this case? His employers, and I have his employer's name, and I probably will. The people and them who was concealing this man, why? And you knew what was happening. Call your life. Go right ahead.
Junior.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. We in an era now where we speaking out. You hear me? There's nothing about sexual abuse. It doesn't matter the age of that person. Every day that person wake with that pain and that experience that they had. You know, even when they become grandparents and great grandparents, it still lives in them and lives with them. It's a pain that never go away. Let me tell you something, Junior. There are prison officers in Grenada, police officers in Grenada, whose family friends trust their kids with their kids, and their kids are raping our kids too. And when you take them to the law, the same prison officers finding fishing boat and sending the child to Trinidad. You hear me? Lawmakers and lawbreakers, they condone it too. There's a lot of them that need to be hauled of shame. And just give me some time. Names will be called. Let me tell you something. My husband used to work in the prison. He had a co-worker. She's from Telescope. I won't call her name now, but it will be called. My husband and I trust our daughter because we had him as family friend. And her 20-something-year-old son raped my daughter, Junior. And when we get the police involved, that female prison officer got a fishing boat and sent her son to Trinidad to escape him from the wrath of the law. Today, my daughter is in Canada. We are in Canada, and she don't want to see Grenada anymore, and it's very painful. She's getting older. She's out of the country, and she's still living with it. But you know who you are, Madam in Telescope. Your husband is a police. You know exactly who you are. People in the community know who you are. And your time is coming. You will be walking on the water, the Hall of Shame also. This is my contribution, Junior.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I want to say this. None of them ain't safe, eh? None of all of those safe. None of all of those safe, Jed. I stand firmly by this. You see the younger generation, the young girls, the young boys, they don't ready yet for what all you're putting on them. They are the leaders of tomorrow. All you're messing them up at that early age. If you walk through a mango tree, Jed, and you see some green mango and some green plum and some green orange and things like that, you go pick it up and eat it. No, Jed, you're not going to touch it because it don't ready yet. It don't ready yet. All you're messing with it and it don't ready yet. All you have to be psychological to be sucking some kind of green plum or green mango and it don't ready yet. Same thing. All you have them young girls and them 12 and 13, some of them young as 6 and 7, and all you messing with them young children and them, causing them generational crisis. Them is not only for them, it's their next generation, their generation and their generation after them. All you are messing up their minds. They can't think straight. I can't tell all you how much times I am on the freaking phone with people talking them off a ledge because somebody molest them, their father molest them, and they want to kill themselves right there and then. And we have to employ all kind of different psychologists to talk to them. Is some of all you that doing it to them young children and they ain't ready yet, Jed. Leave them little children and them alone. 718-701-5720. I am passionate about this, guys. And I want to tell them, none of them do safe. None of all you do safe. If other media afraid to publish all you and put all you out there, this media is not scared of it. We'll post it out there and worry about the repercussion down the road. That's what we're going to do. You're not going to manipulate us. You cannot manipulate us. This is not, we're not going to apologize for what we're doing, for what we did and what we're going to do. We're going to post you out there to the world. We ain't waiting on no sex registry. We don't care who you are. Right? Just in like this particular case here. This particular case here, you are not safe. You are not protected. We will not protect you. We will not insulate you. And it's not only you, the people and them who aid and abet you, the people and them who console you, the people and them who conceal you, the people and them who basically, they basically allowed you. They are just as guilty as you. They are as guilty as you because they know what you're doing and they just allow you to do it. I want RGPF to answer this question, ladies and gentlemen. And if anyone from the RGPF is watching that in position and all you knew about this thing happening, and all you did nothing, shame on all you. Shame on all you. You get no congratulations for posting out this thing here today. This thing should have been done years ago. This thing should have been done a while ago. It didn't have to come to where we have to bring this thing in stages. Bring the child through all of this. 718-701-5720 is still live and we're still taking your phone call on the air, guys. I'm just updating everyone about this incident that happened, why we did what we did, and why we will continue to do this, and why we will continue to expose these pedophiles, these people who are destroying our younger generation, not only young girl children, them young boys and them too. Because as far as what we get, the allegation that we're getting is that he wasn't only abusing his little daughter, there was others involved as well. And if this man was arrested last year, earlier in the year before, probably 10, 12 children allegedly would have been saved. But by the negligence by people who decide not to do their job, we have more kids that was damaged because of one individual. And it would continue. So as much as we crying shame and putting this man, right, on the shit list, by putting him on the hall of shame, there are many more people that should be on the hall of shame as well. This is shameful. This is shameful. This is shameful. And if you guys realize the speed in which this thing escalated, guys, Wednesday we broke the story. Yesterday they arrested the man. Today they charge him. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 goddamn days it took to put out a story. And what's yet? It wasn't even a video. It wasn't even a video that went viral. It was a post. So obviously they're monitoring what's happening and they're hoping, I hope wonder if GBN go bring this. Probably GBN is not gonna break the story. Probably MTV is not gonna break the story. Probably other media outlets in Grenada afraid to break the story. So they're sitting and monitoring. No, we don't look at anybody who may break the story. We safe. This is not gonna. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about it. This is just gonna go away. All you calculated wrong, Jed. All you miscalculate this one. Caller, you live. Where are you calling us from?
Calling from St. George's, Grenada.
Go right ahead, caller.
You know, Junior, we have a problem in this country in Grenada. We have the laws. We know that these pedophiles, they behave very predatory. But what happens, Junior, most times some of the cases, they get to the court, they have been put off and off until the case dies. That is one problem. The other problem is that the guys usually get very light and lenient sentences, like a slap on the wrist, and they come out again. The problem is not that we don't have laws in Grenada, but in Grenada we are ruled by people who are lawless, and that is the root of the problem. So the whole establishment have to be rooted out, Junior. That's where the problem is going to stop. Otherwise, we're going to find that ordinary citizens, like myself as a grandfather, if that happens to my granddaughters, I will take the law into my own hands. Then the law will be dealing with me instead of the predator. Thank you, Junior.
Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much, caller, for your input. 718-701-5720, guys. I must say that I'm very disappointed. And let me just put on my light a little bit because it started to get a little dark where I'm at. So let me just light up my frame a bit more. While I do that, I want you guys to call in and voice your opinion on this. We just got this post on the RGPF website that the story that we posted 3 days ago finally started to, the wheels of justice finally started to move. We posted, I don't know if you guys remembered, on Wednesday, we posted a blur image. People chastised us. People said that we was wrong for doing it. People said that we had some kind of agenda. People say that we're being insensitive for doing this, for posting it out there. All sorts of things. All sorts of things. The story was taken, and another media organization took the lead on it and followed the case yesterday when he was officially arrested. Mind you, let me tell you guys this, because we got this, was bulletin from Wednesday. Wednesday evening at about 2 p.m., the permanent secretary and the some of the high authority in medical in parliament or wherever, they met with this man in a meeting. The meeting lasted for like about 2-3 hours. That's the same Wednesday. The meeting lasted about 2-3 hours. And following that meeting, police was called and he was taken into custody at that. Less than 7 hours, 4-5 hours, for them to realize, oh shoot, like somebody's onto this. Right along, just posted this thing. Somebody's onto this. We got to do something. We got to sit and meet with this guy and find out how much more people know about this or whatever. And then and there, they decided to finally make a move and arrested him. And today they finally charge him. But I just want to say shame on the people who enabled this man. It didn't have to take so long. Action didn't have to take so long. This could have been done a while now. This could have been done last year. This could have been done before we posted this, because people knew about it. People knew about it, and they didn't take any action to save the child. And that is crazy, for lack of a better word. That is insane. 718-701-5720. I want you guys to call me up and let's talk. Let's have this conversation right here. We're talking about the charges that was just laid against this man right here. His name is Mr. Lawerance Bell. The RGPF just posted a story stating that the 54-year-old man, inspector of the pharmacy inspector from Malmont, St. David's, was arrested and charged by officers assigned to the Special Victim Unit on one count of incest. Bell is presently in police custody, and additional charges are expected to be filed against him. Let me read some of your comments. Nobody wants this to happen to anybody in their family, anybody that they know. Nobody want that to be in their village, no place. But everybody's just scared to talk about it, to bring it out. Call A Live. Good evening. You. You
I
there?
mean, 2, 3 years start going to preschool. We should be talking to them, keeping close to them as mothers. And, even though the fathers, you should be always present as a mother in your girl child life. Regardless of what you are the father, you must be able to see what's going on in the home as the mother, you know?
Right.
So I'm so hot because I love children so much, and I'm really hurt by this behavior of these old men and them doing that to little children. I saw a video. Somebody sent a video to me with a woman from Trinidad
Yes.
beating a guy with a cutlass for her little daughter. It's time mothers take the law in their hands and discipline these men and them for the girl child. That's all I have to say, Junior. I'm so pissed.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Here is one of the posts that I saw earlier today, and listen, I don't like to go through the ride along page and somebody say that they're not hearing. Yeah, you guys should be hearing now. I don't like to go through and comment on people's posts because I think in some cases, unless they're not being disrespectful or blatantly using profanity and cursing out people, I just let people have their opinion. But I was so disgusted that of some of the things that people were saying, as why is Right Along putting this man picture out there? We always do stuff like that. We always look into sensationalize the situation. Why is Right Along putting people business out there? What Junior Judge looking to accomplish by this, by putting the man information out there? Right Along, a little shame, a little tired, put people business out on the street. People actually said this. People actually said this. Go to the post, you go see what I'm talking about. People say, why is Right Along putting people business out there like that? A little shame about all yourself, this Junior Judge, all you this and you that and this and the other. People actually, and worse yet, some of these posts, some of these people who are saying this are women. I'm not saying that I expect men to say that, but I expect women to understand this even more, right? Go to the post, you're going to see some disgusting posts. Like we was on trial, right? Who makes status, are looking for views, are looking for likes over this story that we posted on Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, they made arrests and charges. If we never broke the story, this would have still been going on. This is not by some random stroke of luck or timing that they just happen to arrest him right now. No, ladies and gentlemen. The only reason why the man was arrested is because the post went viral and people need to wipe the shame out of the eye because they never thought that this would have gotten out like that, the way how it did. They was manipulated. I'm telling all you, this alleged pedophiles and pedophiles They are master manipulators, Jed. That's what they do. They manipulate their victims to make them feel like they shouldn't go and tell anybody else. Guys, listen. This story is worse than I'm telling you right now. You know, the amount of things I know, but then this is what hurting me. The amount of things that I know what happened in this situation right here, I can't even verbalize it here on the program. That's how disgusting it is. The amount of nastiness that happened in this case right here, I can't even tell all you because Facebook will just block me for saying those things. And it actually happened. The amount of nastiness that happened. And yet, we have some people who are manipulated by the manipulator, who are master at manipulating. Manipulate the victim, manipulate the media, manipulate the police, manipulate people in authority, because there's people in them, they're in power. They know people. But let me tell you something. We don't seek funding, financing, or any kind of support from government agencies. So all of them who want to stop or think they will never advertise on with us because we're doing this, fine. We don't want the money. We're not asking for the money. We survive fine without it. Spend it somewhere else. Give it to one of them other programs on them, and then tell them what you want them to say. But we're not going to survive. We have not been surviving. But from any organization, big organization that funding us, the little money to support that we get is from you, the viewers. So who we have to protect are you, the viewers. Who we have to serve is you, the viewers. The people of them who support us and make sure that we continue to do this. And as long as I am here, sitting in this vehicle, right? As long as we are named Right Along, we are going to expose them. Nobody ends safe. Nobody ends safe. I want all to send this memo out loud and clear. I'm not waiting for them to do a 6 years investigation. I'm not waiting for them to do a 6 months investigation. An investigation that goes nowhere. We will name and shame them as long as we are clear on our internal investigation, because it looks as if our investigation, right, actually forced the hand of the police. The police who have all this at any given time they could access. We force the hands of the police to investigate a case that is right in the front of the eye. We force the hands. And we don't even have 6 people working for us. We don't even have 6 people working for us. I said I wouldn't be long, guys, because I didn't intend to be long. But this is something that we're very passionate about. The kids are our future. The children are our future. If we mess up their mind now, what kind of future are they going to have? Leave them children and them let it grow. They go have time in their life that they have boyfriend, they have time for husband, they have time to live their life, they have time for broken heart, they have time for stress. All of these things on them right now, they should be focused on their school, get their mind right. Let them figure out themselves. They can't be going to school, going and want to sit common entrance and they're worrying about their father having sex with them, their family member touching them, the neighbor down the street want to have sex with them, and they're just 10 and 11 years old. How they go focus on the school and get O levels, A levels, get the CXC and get everything, the bachelor's degree, when all of that is consuming their mind, Dread. All you effing up them kids and them, and they won't be able to function. So what kind of future do you have? Who is going to rule over us? When we old and gray, Dread, right? Some of us in 40s, 30s, in the next 20 years, they become leaders. They're going to be parliamentarian. They're going to be prime ministers and presidents and doctors and lawyers. And they'll be all effed up in the mind because you screw up their life from when they was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or you leave them children and them let they grow, no man. They don't ready yet. They're not ready yet. They are not ready yet. Them kids and them, leave them kids and them let it grow. Leave them kids and them let it grow. Leave them boy children and them let it grow. Leave them girl children and them let it grow. Mothers, parents, all you have this communication with all your kids where you could talk to them now. What happening? How was your school? Let it talk to you about their life. I'm tired, Jed. When I tell all you I'm tired, I'm tired. I'm tired, wake up 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, Jed. Taking calls from young girls who they want to kill themselves. They want to kill themselves. They want to kill themselves. You know why? Because their father having sex with them or their father had sex with them. This one, I'm working with a child right now, and I'm not going to tell a story because we're talking confidence, and I'm building up her self-esteem right now. So I'm not going to expose her story, but it was so touching. She hearing voices in her head from what happened to her in her past. She can't get over it. Every time she get there, she fall back down. Every time she get here, she went back down to the ground again. And I had to get up sometime, pass it on to Lynn, pass it on to Kibbs, pass it on to Wendy, pass it on to Gail, pass it on to our team, pass it on to a psychologist. Tell a psychologist, could you please go and talk to this person for me? Because she want to kill herself in the middle of the night. I'm tired, Jet. Sometimes I don't get sleep because that is all the calls we get in every single flipping day. No, hey, listen. We are not appointed elected officials in this. We don't have 1 million people on our staff to deal with this. But this is overwhelming now because of you, and you decide to take advantage of kids' innocence. We're tired. We're tired. We're tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. Trust me. We're tired. We're tired of it. Honest to God. I'm telling all you this. We're tired. We're tired. Trust me. Trust me when I tell all of this. Trust me. We're still open the phone lines for a few more calls. 718-701-5720. We're taking your calls. We're taking your calls and reaction to this story right here. The person who is alleged to have been molesting his daughter plus others was finally charged earlier today by police in a statement that was published on the RGPF Facebook page. And we're asking the question, what would have happened if the story never broke 3 days ago? What would have happened if nothing was said? Would he be doing whatever he's doing now? Remember the story that we broke last week, 2 weeks ago, with the mother who her granddaughter was molested by this big old man, 46-year-old man. Over 6, 7, 8 months, she trying to cry for justice for this case here. Nobody taking her on. Nobody taking her on. She came and she told her story. She posted a video. 1 day later, she got a court date. The next day, the police and the judge request that the man leave the village, never come back. Why did she never came out and speak about it? What did become of her? What did become of her daughter? Sometimes we feel like we dropped the ball on a real bowler. And look what happened to her. But there are many more that would surface if we don't do what we have to do right now. One thing I'm very sure of, positive, is that some of these men, they're more scared of being posted. They're more scared of people knowing what they do than jail. they feel that they would never be able to come day because nobody go post on the picture because they're scared that it would identify the victim. They never thought they would have see a beast like me and like us. But they have come. I also would have given this man an opportunity. When we found out what this man was doing, I messaged that man on his WhatsApp personally. I messaged this man, Mr. Lawerance Bell, on his cell phone. And I messaged him, I said, give me a call back urgently Wednesday evening. He read the message. He never responded. I messaged him on Facebook. I said, Mr. Lawerance Bell, I want you to contact me as soon as possible. I don't know if he's ever on Facebook, but he has a profile on Facebook. He never responded there either. I had to give him an opportunity to at least talk to me, but he chose not to. He never thought he would have seen a day like this, telling you. He manipulates his way this far. And the manipulation has come to a point right now that he's about to face justice. And we are going to make sure that we keep our eye on this case. And that's not one of the other things that they say, well, it's under investigation, and you never hear where the investigation go after that. This is not going to happen. It's not going to be one of these cases. So I thank the all of our sources who gave us the information that led to this quick investigation of this case here, that we could basically force the hand of the RGPF to act, to do their damn job. Special Victims Unit and everyone else, his employers, the people who basically enabled him over these past years, shame on all of you. The people who, his cronies, who, for lack of a better things to do, to jump on Facebook and try to attack me and try to intimidate me, it's not going to work. All right? To the next person who is sitting there right now, and whatever you've done, whatever you're doing, just know that today's a different day. It's a different day today. This is not GBN. This is not one of them stations in Grenada that would apologize after we paste your name all over the world. Government don't support us, and we don't need the government support. Government don't fund us, and we don't need government funding. So we're not shy. We're not from hand to mouth. We don't care what position you have. We don't care how much brass you have on your shoulder. We don't care what rank you have in the police force. We have no duty or obligation to protect you, pedophiles, nasty, stinking, dirty men. That's all I go say for now. If we're going to end it right there, nobody else want to call and talk. This is all I'm going to say right now. Nobody does safe. None of all they do safe. We'll continue to do this. All right? Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. I don't know why I'm hearing myself music in the speaker. Let me see if I could fix that. Good night.